Sonia. Today we are in Bemis, Tennessee, just outside of Jackson. We are in front of the Auditorium.
You know, this is my first visit here. I'm so excited and really curious about the story of Bemis.
You ready to go in and hear Joel Jackson?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. Y'all come on!
I'm Joel Jackson, chairman of the Bemis Historical Society. This building that we're in right now was originally called the Bemis Auditorium. And the auditorium itself was designed so that it could be a performing arts stage and a movie theater at the same time. We're listed on Tennessee's list of historic stages, and then they had movies here most of the time 4 times a day to accommodate the workers in the mill. So it was a busy place. Bemis had its beginnings in St. Louis, Missouri. Judson Moss Bemis was working in the Bemis in St. Louis, Missouri, and he was buying cloth, and he would cut it and make bags. Back then, everything was shipped in bags, a heavy bag, and they had problems a lot of times with bags bursting. So he put a guarantee on his bag, and as a result, his business just went through the roof. And they needed another place to make cloth. He decided he'd cut out the middleman. So he cut out the middleman by building a cotton mill here, which took cotton and made cloth out of it, heavy cloth for his bags. And he shipped the bags to Indianapolis, Indiana, a plant he had there that cut it and made bags. So here, at one point, it had 1,400 employees and 4 stories high and about 900 feet long. So, and this town was built by his son, Albert Farwell Bemis. His son had just graduated from MIT, and he had big plans, and he wanted to do something big. So Mr. Bemis put him to work, and he designed this town. He laid out the streets, the sewer system, the electric system. They had a generator for the town inside the mill that done the street lights and also the houses. They had a sewer system. You rented your house from Mr. Bemis. You paid him so much a week, which at one point it was 50 cents per room per week. So if you had a lot of 2-room houses in Bemis, so if you had a 2-room house, you had $1 of rent per week, but you made $10 a week. So Mr. Bemis had a pretty good plan, and people were coming off of the farm to live here in these nice new houses, and it was really a step up for everybody. He provided the Performing Arts Center here, which is this museum, but that's just the beginning. He also built a YMCA and a YWCA for games and ball teams to meet in. There was a swimming pool, and there was places to fish, what we call the mill lakes, and he provided that. Everything was free of charge. The Bemis Historical Society started in 1998, and the first thing we decided to do was we needed a place to put all of our collection that we had at home. At that time, this place was full of aluminum siding and stuff like that. Jackson Storm Door and Window had it as a warehouse. It became a perfect place for us to buy, with a vision of a museum to be here. And it worked out. Anytime you come into the building, it commemorates the whole town's operation, and through the years, each piece of artifact in here has a story. But we do have a day, and it's the 3rd Saturday in May, and we have what we call Bemis Heritage Day. Bemis Heritage Day is kind of like family reunion or a homecoming. It started in 2000. The mill actually shut down in, it shut down in 91, and then they sold all the machinery and everything and shipped everything out, sold everything down to the last pencil in 93. It took about a year and a half to tear the thing down, but it was 2008. Well, my favorite artifact is really multiple, I guess. I like the little gin over here, and then which is not an artifact, but it was built to demonstrate the ginning process. And then we have a actual loom that came out of the mill, made out of wood. And the reason it was made out of wood, it was a training loom rather than an operational loom. And people that became loom fixers or weavers, they had to first start out on this little wooden loom to learn how a loom was constructed. And that's rather unique, and I like that real well. So we have a phone number on the front door. If you want us, we have 3 phone numbers, and one of the 3 can be here in about 10 minutes if anybody wants to take a tour. And we have a website, bemishistory.org. There's one website that you can find out about the history and so forth and everything. Then we have Bemis Museum Facebook, and then we have a website called Bemis Then and Now, and people post pictures, old pictures, and sometimes they'll put an old picture and then put a new one beside it.
Well, Sonia, what do you think?
I think it's great that the people here in Bemis have saved this history.
Yeah.
The beautiful building that's been here since 1921.
I know, that's over 100 years. Oh my goodness.
And then here in the park where the mills used to sit, they have this beautiful park.
Yeah, Mr. Jackson did a wonderful job too.
He did.
He really did. Well, until next time.
Until next time.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.